Hi all, welcome to Hugo, my VWT4. The latest problem that I have now is there is no squirter fluid coming out when I press that. So windscreen wipers are working fine obviously, but there's no washer fluid. I'm pretty sure it's not the actual nozzles clogged up for a couple of reasons. Firstly, they both stopped working at the same time, so that's a sort of telltale sign. Also, I'm not hearing any kind of motor noise or anything. It just sounds like it's not even trying to do anything. So it could be an electrical fault, could be a problem with the washer fluid motor itself. I'm going to move on to look at the actual pump itself. So if we look under the bonnet, we've got the washer fluid reservoir there, and you can see it goes all the way down here. It's this tank below here. This is the power steering reservoir. This is your oil fill. But yeah, if you just sort of look down between these two, you can see that there. So that will be the electrical cable that goes into the pump there. You've got a tube, a fluid tube in there, and one out the other side as well. What I'm going to do, just to make it a little bit easier, is I'm just going to remove the power steering reservoir, which should just be able to, yeah, you just put that out like that, and I can sort of prop that out of the way a little bit. It just gives me a little bit more arm space to get down there. You can also remove the air intake there if you want to pull it off there and there, give yourself more space. I don't think I'm going to bother because I can get down there okay. The pump itself is just sort of pushed down into the tank. I'm just going to grab it and pull it out, just pull it upwards. The fluid, whatever fluid's in your tank, will pour out at that point. Not too worried about it because it's just water with a little bit of soapy stuff in it, so maybe it will give my driveway a little bit of a clean. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We've got the clear tube coming out that side, and then there's a darker tube coming out that side. I'm just going to remove these one by one. Might be a little bit difficult. I've got that one off all right. This one here has like a sheath on it. Slide that sheath out of the way, and then try and get this off. Actually, what I'm going to do first is take the electrical plug off. Even that's not easy. Perhaps a little bit of assistance just to get this pipe off. There we go. So this here is the washer fluid pump itself. Now at this stage we've got two possibilities. Either this pump isn't working, or the electrical signal is not coming down this wire. This is a great stage to actually test that, to find out what the problem is. So what I'm going to do is check to see if any voltage comes down that wire when I press the lever. If there is a change in voltage and we see something's happening, then I know it's not an electrical bug, I know it's not an electrical fault, and I would have narrowed it down to the pump. So as you can see, I've wedged in the negative and the positive into the plug. It doesn't really matter which way you get it round, it'll just display either minus or plus voltage on here. I've popped them in. I'm just going to press on the washer fluid lever and see if there's any voltage change here up on the reader. So yeah, we can see that this is reading 12 volts when I press the lever. So what that means is that this little old pump here isn't doing what it's told. So I need to get a new pump, which I have already got because I suspected that this was the problem. it's real fiddle that, but once you've sort of found where it's supposed to sit and just push it down, it just slides into place. You sort of know when you've got it. But yeah, everything's in place now. The signal wire there and the 2 pipes on the side. So now it's time for me to fill up a little bit of water in there and then give it a test. Well, it's doing something. Right, well, nothing's happening apart from it's making a noise now. What I'm going to do is remove the pump and take both of the pipes off, and then just put the pump back in place, or even just hold it in some water just to give it a test. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm going to test the pump. You've got the 2 outputs there to the rear windscreen and the front windscreen, and then it sucks water up through there, through the middle. So if this is working correctly, it should squirt out the 2 sides there. It's coming out really strongly on that one, and it's not coming out, it's just dribbling out on that one. So it's a bit of a defective item, to be honest. I think that might be the case, unless it's something that I'm not aware of. I think what I'll do is I'm going to attach the clear one to that side rather than the other side, and then just see if that makes any difference. Because actually the rear washers haven't worked on this van for a number of years. I suspect the nozzles need replacing, or something like that. So I've just swapped them around the other way, and if my theory is correct, this is now going to work, at least on the front but not on the rear. I think the front is the legal requirement, which is the one I'm mostly bothered about. So if that works, I'll just leave it as it is until it needs replacing again. Let's give it a try.